Some of the key takeaways that I have taken from Unit 1 are first the definition of natural resources. I recently changed my major to natural resources, and for some reason I had it in my head that natural resources was only like natural gas, oil, coal, like those things, but it's energy and materials that are essential to human life. So like solar, wind, like living things. So that definition really helped and has stuck with me. And also the entire concept of like rewilding and the entire argument of like conservational, like whether or not we should carefully conserve like ecosystems that we consider to be like the best, like nature, I guess, and whether or not we should like carefully manage the population and like only allow native species and remove any non-native species and stop any natural like disasters from occurring, like as best like fires, like manage fires and like this and that and manage just every single little thing, whether that should be defined as conservational like thing, or whether we should kind of just let nature take the reins and allow it to do whatever it sees fit, and like whether or not that's a better definition of nature than like a carefully preserved type of thing. So that's also a big one, which also kind of ties into the whole novel ecosystems and how kind of nature's all around us, because for some reason I was like, I don't live near any nature, but like there's a whole place outside my apartment that like it would be defined as nature under this like new argument. So that one's also a big one. But also trophic cascades, because for some reason I had it to where like the entire ecosystem could only be affected if you remove like the autotrophs rather than like removing the like tertiary consumers. So that's also a big one. Overall, nature is a lot more self-sustaining than I like previously thought, just because there's so many like cycles, like the nitrogen cycle, the sulfur cycle, the water cycle. Like there's so many different things that like nature kind of regenerates itself. So that's all been really interesting. But like I think I said previously, I recently changed my major to natural resources management, specifically with a concentration in conservational science. So like all these arguments and like these two different ways to see kind of conservational science has really stuck with me, and I hope to be able to use that for like future choices about whether or not we're going to do this or that.